Hello, everyone. Welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. For years, 1,000-Pound Sisters fans have watched Amy Slaton search for love, battle heartbreak, and rebuild her life one brave step at a time. After the challenges of her first marriage, a public divorce, and the emotional journey of finding herself again, the beloved TLC star has now stepped into a brand new chapter, one filled with joy, cobwebs, gothic glam, and ghostly giggles. On a crisp October night, under flickering lanterns and swirling fog, Amy Slaton married Brian Lovvorn in a haunted Halloween wedding that managed to be eerie, enchanting, and deeply emotional all at once. For a woman who's always worn her heart on her sleeve, this wedding wasn't just about saying, "I do." It was about reclaiming her happiness and turning one of the spookiest nights of the year into a celebration of love and second chances. A love story risen from the ashes. Amy Slaton's romantic journey has never been a quiet one. From YouTube beginnings to reality TV stardom, she has lived her triumphs and heartbreaks in the spotlight. Fans cheered when she announced she had found love again, and they cried with her when things fell apart. But then came Brian Lovvorn, a soft-spoken, loyal, and steady presence in her life. A man who didn't want fame, only her heart. Someone who saw through the chaos and believed in Amy's joy, humor, and tenderness. Brian made me feel seen again, Amy shared in a teary pre-wedding interview. Not as a reality star, not as a mom or a sister, but just as Amy. Their love wasn't a whirlwind fairy tale. It was practical, patient, and built on late-night talks, shared laughter, and slow healing. When Brian proposed in the most Amy-approved way possible, during a horror movie night with popcorn and fake vampire fangs, she didn't hesitate. "I always wanted a fairy tale," she said. "Turns out mine had bats instead of birds." The haunted venue. Amy and Brian chose a historic Victorian mansion in Kentucky rumored to have ghostly activity. With creaky staircases, candlelit hallways, and portraits whose eyes seemed to follow guests, the venue was a character all on its own. Outside, fog machines created an eerie mist while carved pumpkins lined the entrance steps, each one featuring a goofy or spooky Slaton family-style grin. Fake skeletons posed around the garden, one wearing tiny sunglasses in honor of Amy's iconic style. Guests arrived to the sound of a string quartet playing dramatic versions of horror movie themes. Think The Addams Family meets Bridgerton. Inside, the reception hall glittered with black chandeliers, dried roses, and deep purple velvet drapes. A fog-covered dance floor waited at the center beneath a giant hanging moon. TLC cameras dotted the corners, capturing every scream, giggle, and sentimental tear. Amy's spooktacular bridal look. Amy isn't known for blending in, and she didn't start on her wedding day. She floated down the aisle in a gothic princess gown, black lace layered over shimmering silver satin. Her veil, embroidered with tiny spider webs, sparkled under candlelight. She carried a bouquet of black calla lilies tied with a satin ribbon and a tiny bat charm. Her hair was swept up in loose curls with a midnight blue tint at the ends, and her makeup featured smoky gray eyeshadow and a deep wine red lip. In true Amy fashion, she added a playful touch, glitter ghost earrings swinging as she walked. "It's spooky glam, baby," she laughed while getting ready. Morticia meets Kentucky Queen. Brian's dapper, dark knight style. Ryan opted for an old-school gothic look, a black velvet suit, deep red tie, and silver cufflinks shaped like tiny skulls. His boutonniere featured a single black rose and a feather. While he looked every bit the mysterious groom, his tear-filled smile when he saw Amy melted the room. "You're my forever," he whispered, voice shaking. "You're my home." The ceremony, till death and after. Guests sat on pews draped with black lace as a smoky haze drifted through all lanterns. The officiant, dressed in a gothic cape for fun, opened with, "Love never dies, it just transforms." Amy giggled, wiping a tear. Brian squeezed her hand. Their vows were heartfelt, honest, and sprinkled with humor. Signature Amy energy. I promise to love you like I love horror movies, she vowed, voice trembling. Even the cheesy parts. Especially the cheesy parts. Brian answered with his own sweet declaration. You saved me by just being you. I promise to hold your heart gently and always protect your joy like it's sacred. At the end, instead of ringing bells, the venue played a cheerful witch cackle, Amy's idea, naturally. The couple kissed under falling black rose petals, and the crowd roared. Reception. From spooky to sweet, the party was a mix of eerie elegance and Slaton-style fun. Guests enjoyed eyeball-themed cake pops, marshmallow eyeballs. Don't worry. A towering black and orange wedding cake dripping in edible silver. A chocolate fountain bubbling like a witch's cauldron. A photo booth with ghost and vampire props. Vogue-covered punch bowls labeled Love Potion number 666. Instead of a first dance to a traditional love song, Amy and Brian kicked off the night with I Put a Spell on You from Hocus Pocus, dramatic spins and all. By the end, Brian dipped Amy as confetti bats dropped from above. Tammy couldn't hold back tears. I ain't crying, she muttered, wiping her eyes. It's allergies. Ghost allergies. Sure, Tammy. Guests' costumes were everything. The dress code? Eerie elegance, or classic Halloween. Highlights included Tammy Slaton as a glamorous vampire queen, long gown, dramatic cape, glitter fangs, and a throne-like wheelchair decoration. Amanda dressed as a witch with a broomstick and a Don't Try Me sash. Chris as Frankenstein, bolts and all. Michael, the kids, and several cousins as a spooky, cute pumpkin patch. TLC crew members sneaking around as ghosts. Amy later joked, half the family looks haunted every morning anyway, so they were ready. A toast to ghosts and new beginnings. During emotional speeches, family and friends praised Amy's journey, her resilience, her growth, and her fearless heart. Amy's love is big, Tammy said, and this time, she gave it to someone who deserves it. That's what I'm proud of. Amy cried, hugging her sister tightly. We've been through hell, she whispered, and look, we made it to Halloween heaven. A midnight exit. As the clock struck midnight, the couple exited through a tunnel of sparklers and glowing lanterns. They waved from a vintage hearse decorated in purple flowers. Yes, a hearse, because Amy insisted, if I'm gonna ride off into forever, let it be dramatic. The crowd cheered as the vehicle rolled away, trailing black glitter confetti. And just like that, Amy Slaton's haunted love story entered a new chapter. A love built to last. Amy Slaton has always been unapologetically herself, bold, emotional, funny, messy, loving, and fiercely loyal. Her haunted Halloween wedding wasn't just a themed party. It was a statement. I survived. I learned. I deserve this happiness. Fans everywhere know the truth. She really does. Here's to Amy and Brian, a love story stitched together from heartbreak, hope, and a lot of Slaton-style spooky sweetness. Till forever and Halloween do they part.